Hey guys, today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about AI, whether or not it's the death of SEO. So what exactly is SEO? It's search engine optimization. It's basically what you do on your website to make you rank right at the top of Google or very close to it. There are a lot of different things which integrate together to make a good SEO strategy, and word count is just one of those things. Now, when you're looking at, say, a blog that you've written or a blog that an AI has written, you'll notice that there are several very telling things that make the AI blog stand out as being obviously AI. Now, this could be due to misinformation that is presented in it, and the misinformation in blogs is increasing as people are using different AI to basically create things. So, for example, ChatGPT will basically pull information from different areas and basically clog it all together using its internal algorithms to actually give you some information. But the problem is that a lot of the time when it does sort of referencing within its work, you'll notice that it's pulling this information from other places, other websites, etc., and it's just rewording it for people. So we're not really dealing with an AI. We're dealing with a learning algorithm, like a machine algorithm, which basically just puts the information together like a calculator. You basically ask it 2 plus 2, it gives you 4. Or in some cases, you'll notice when it's referencing things, because it's referencing things, that means that it doesn't necessarily get the right information. So there's a lot of misinformation out there, and as more people are using their AI in order to build their blogs, they are getting they're getting worse and worse information as time goes on. You'll notice that at the start, when GPT first started out, it was doing really well, and it's sort of gone downhill. And that's because people use different AI, like, for example, Perplexity. They use, say, Gemini to generate information for a blog. Now, Gemini's not very good at this, and because of that, if you've got these blogs and they're going onto a high-ranking site and GPT's learning from these, you're basically getting a massive clash of information where actually you're not necessarily going to be presenting the truth in your blog. So it's very important to have that human element. If you are using AI for your blogs, you need to proofread, you need to test, you need to make sure the information is accurate. So it's actually much better to just, work from the get-go and build your own blog, and possibly even get AI to rewrite it if you're not a very good writer. So when it comes down to it, I don't think that AI is really going to be the death of the universe. I think a lot of the time with AI usage statistics as well, people they're overhyping the fact that loads of people use AI. Now, for example, a lot of people will use a bot to control what the AI does and make the AI do something. So I'll give you an example. I got hold of a bot a while back. It was a Pinterest bot. So what it does is it basically combines a number of different things together. So it combines different AI, and it says, okay, all you got to do is make your Amazon affiliate links. You put those affiliate links down, and what it does is it writes a product description, it gets a product image, and basically you are ready to go, and it will auto post it to your website. So basically you've got these blogs which sell these different products, and they put them out. But every single time that's running, and you can get it to run like 100 times a day, even more than that, that's going to really clog your site speed up if you're actually trying to do stuff on it. If you've got these blogs coming up all the time and you've got all of that stuff, these are all affecting the usage statistics, and there are huge amounts of marketers out there who are just doing this thing, and they're basically doing it all the time. So I don't think that AI usage is actually that high among normal people. And people are probably getting very sick of AI with the fact that people are just basically offering it with every service. I mean, I get how many emails every single day where people are saying we can do SEO for you, and because your site isn't ranking on Google. Well, here's a way to find out whether or not your site's ranking on Google. Look up your website, see if it's going there. It's so simple. Your site is probably going to be ranking on Google. If not, you've got something wrong with maybe your robots text, something like that. So when it comes down to it, what you need to be doing is just keep focusing on your website, keep focusing on things, because to be honest, I can't see AI as being a particular game changer when it comes to these things. Now, I know there are ways to use it as a game changer. However, these are ways that I would tend to avoid, because the fact of the matter is, I think ultimately search engines are going to start heavily penalizing AI content, because it's going to be full of misinformation because of all the AI sort of clogging together. Because otherwise, the search engine is going to be completely and totally useless. So it's going to have AI detection tools in there, and it's going to probably end up penalizing this content. At least I have never had as good views, or I've never had as good a view count on an AI piece of content as I have on an actually naturally written piece of content. So when it comes down to it, as a creator, I'm not really that afraid that AI is going to replace me as an SEO guy. I mean, nowadays they're talking about GEO, which is generative engine optimization, and generative engine is it's like that's kind of what an AI actually is, because an AI is a machine learning algorithm. So you put information in, it learns from that information, and it gives you other information based on the information that is input, and then it generates based upon what is in its database, and then it gives you that stuff. So it's a generative engine. However, it's like you've got people who are contacting you now, and they're like, "Hey, we've got this geo stuff going on," and it's like people know less about generative engines than they learn about machine learning. It's like, why wouldn't it be MLO or AIO? Even though it's not really strictly speaking an AI, you got those little floor sweeper robots, they're AI, but because they've got some sense of self-preservation because they avoid objects. So they actually are aware of their surroundings, and they make decisions based on those surroundings. So they're closer to being an AI than an actual AI that people are using. So when it comes down to it, it's like you've got people who are saying, well, we can make sure that your website is going to appear in an AI. It's like you just create content for your website, you create a lot of content, put a lot of effort in, you're going to be able to appear in an AI anyway. And it's not like people are using, say, ChatGPT to find different places locally. This is not a common use for these things. It's better, more people use it to just say, "Hi, ChatGPT, I'm having a bit of a bad day. I've got a bit of a headache. Should I go home?" And ChatGPT's like, "Yes, you should go home because you have." Herpes, or something like that. So when it comes down to it, it's like you've just got to be really careful when you're using AI, and don't worry about AI, taking this kind of job away from an SEO person. It's like I can't see, I really can't see. If you look at the blog content over a long period of time, and you actually just sit down there and observe it, you'll notice what I mean, and you'll start thinking, well, maybe yeah, it's not going to be replacing me because it's missing out on vital details, because it's like, okay, it gets all the keywords in that you want, it gets all of this that you want, it gets all of that you want, it puts the headers up for you, it's really, really good for that. But at the end of the day, is the information correct, or is it written in an AI style that is not going to help you over time? And people will say, well, you can put a spelling mistake in there over time, that will make it look human. It's like, no, that makes it look like an AI written blog that someone's done a spelling mistake in. People are much, much more intelligent when they're programming, like the crawlers, than you probably believe, because they created crawlers, man. Those are the things that go around your website. But when it comes down to it, you don't really have anything to fear from AI when it comes to this kind of job, because ultimately the content with AI is just going to get worse and worse and worse as it gets more into the idea of referencing other content in order to make things sort of work and explain why it's making the decisions. You're starting to see little fractures, and as people are using these multiple AI to create this content, and not all of them are that good, some of them will provide vast amounts of misinformation. All of a sudden, let's say 5 to 10 people post up a post about cotton socks and the best types of cotton to use to make cotton socks. We've got to go with the Egyptian cotton. At least that's what Milo Minderbinder did in Catch 22, which was kind of amusing. But it's like when you've got these AI providing that kind of information, and you've got enough of these blogs which are saying misinformation, the AI is just going to look at it and say, well, this information is factual because loads of blogs are saying it, so I'm going to put this information out. And for all you know, they might be talking about a type of silk. So when it comes down to it, just be very, very careful when you're using AI. It can give you misinformation. It is designed to help you and to help you sort of evolve. And to be honest, it's always kind of got this positive thing where it's trying to sort of feed your mind and tell you, oh well, yeah, this is the right way to do it, this is the right way to do it. But it's just like getting advice from a person. I mean, yeah, the memory bank is huge, the information sources are huge, but you're not going to necessarily get the correct information. So always make sure you know what you're doing when you're using an AI, if you are using an AI, and don't worry that AI is going to replace you if you're in a position like an SEO expert, because frankly, if you've got good SEO, you're going to be being picked up by the AI anyway. You don't need to really worry about this stuff. It's just a way for people to sell more stuff, as far as I can see. And to be honest, I like money. You know, I'm not going to be using this to sell things, but if I want to sell AI, if I want to sell like AI boosting stuff to people, I would say AI optimization is much better than geo, because nobody understands what geo is. Exactly the same as UX. What a waste of time. People come up with the stupidest things in the world. What the heck is a generative engine? At least people know what a user experience is, and UX is, you know, experience doesn't even start with an X. That's closer to normalcy than geo. God, it's crazy. Anyway, that's enough ranting from me for today. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I hope to get back to doing videos soon. You guys have a fantastic day. Bye!